Hey guys, Sundown Rider here. This is going to be my chapter review to One Piece 897, Peckham's Cacao Island Escape Plan. Now this chapter I thought was pretty good. It wasn't like anything amazing, but we did get that ending with the spoiler alert. I hope you've read the chapter. But we did get that ending with the whole Germa 66 thing, and I was like, it's about time that they've actually arrived. We've been waiting for a while since they set off. And to be fair, it does make sense that they've arrived now alongside the Straw Hat crew, because it would take about the same amount of time to get from where they were to Cacao Island, same as the Straw Hat crew. So I think it took about how many hours? 10 hours, was it? 9 hours? Something along those lines. So yeah, it was really good that we got to see that, and let's just actually go through the chapter and talk about it. So the cover page has, I think it was the giant Rayleigh Freeze from Shabari Archipelago, the slave institution that they went into, and he is now the shipwright for the new giant pirate. His name is Stanson. Now obviously I did not remember this. I did this, like some of you guys on Reddit got some mad recall. I was like, what? I didn't even recognize the dude. I thought, okay, it's a new giant pirate. We've never seen him before. His name's Stanson. Cool, whatever. But you guys were like, oh yeah, that's that giant we saw in Shabari Archipelago, and I was like, oh, okay, okay, cool. So yeah, props to you guys. The chapter then starts off with excuse me, with the Straw Hat Pirates arriving just outside Cacao Island. Smoothie prepares to trap in the Straw Hat Pirates against both fleets. So the fleet surrounding Cacao Island, and then her own fleet coming in from behind. And I think her own fleet started to fan out just to make sure that they'd actually trapped in the Straw Hats. So that would have been, the Straw Hats would have been in dire straits if what happened at the end of the chapter didn't actually happen. So we then go on to Peckham's, and he lays down his Sulong plan to Luffy, and we get this kind of tie-in between Peckham's and Pedro. So hopefully Pedro actually remains dead by the end of this arc. But yeah, Peckham's essentially we're informed that he is unable to control his Sulong form, and the only one who was able to calm him while in his Sulong form was his captain and his kind of like older brother figure, Pedro. And yeah, so it turns out he can't control his Sulong form at all, and that's kind of understandable, because what people have to realize is that we've never really been told that Peckham's was ever trained on the level of a musketeer, and the musketeers are the ones, especially like Carrot and stuff, who we assume can control their Sulong form. Even someone like Pedro, musketeer level, you assume he can control his Sulong form, but Pedro was never a musketeer so far as we know, and so far as I can remember, and I don't think he was ever fully trained in the Mink ways. Once he left the Nox Pirates, because of the situation the Nox Pirates were in, he basically joined the Big Mom Pirates very soon after that. So he didn't really have much time to be taught and to be able to figure out the ways of the Sulong from the Minks or anything like that. So, and then the main point of this chapter then was how disappointing Peckham's Sulong form was. He jumps out the mirror and he gets swarmed straight away, and he doesn't really utilize his Sulong form. He doesn't kick ass. I mean, when Carrot used it, she was whooping people. She was kicking so much ass. But in Pedro's defense, it didn't look like his Sulong form had ever really been completely achieved in this chapter. He didn't reach the epitome of his Sulong form, because and it's obvious that he didn't, because to begin with, he was still conscious, as in he was still cognate, and he was able to speak, and he wasn't in his full raging monster form, which is what he tells Luffy he would have been if he had achieved true Sulong. Also, as I mentioned before, he hasn't trained his Sulong form so far as we know it, and it's basically his unpreparedness and an inability to do anything was kind of warranted. That's what you'd expect if he hadn't trained his Sulong form. If it was Carrot, on the other hand, who we've seen in her Sulong form, this whole exchange would have been different. Also, the Big Mom Pirates, they were all very aware of his Sulong form in particular. So when they saw him changing, they were like, oh shit, he's going Sulong. Having probably dealt with his Sulong form in the past, maybe his shades. There's a huge chance. I mean, he's been with the Big Mom Pirates for what, like 10 years or something like that? Something along those lines. Something probably even more than that. So they've probably seen his Sulong form before, and they've probably had casualties, and they've had this whole contingency plan to deal with Peckham's Sulong form. The shades are probably from, actually I don't think the shades are from the Big Mom Pirates, but he probably makes sure to wear them at all times, just so that he doesn't hurt his comrades within the Big Mom Pirates, because he can't control it. So yeah, they've most likely seen his Sulong form before. The other thing was once once Peckham's goes down, the Big Mom Pirates move into restrain him. They cover his eyes and they're like, we're not going to let you go Sulong completely, and you're going to revert to your original form. But they also say that they were going to gouge out his eyes to prevent his Sulong form. And I was like, yo, you shit. This got dark real quick. So I was like, damn, okay, I hope he's okay. And I'm actually hoping Peckham just uses his devil fruit. You know, he kind of goes into his turtle form, and he just blocks and defends the attacks, because they wouldn't be able to pierce his turtle form unless they had an exceptional haki user, Busoshoku no haki user. So yeah, I'm hoping he just assumes his he was quick enough mentally to just think, oh yeah, I've got my devil fruit, I should probably use that. So then we had our boy Oven, and he's doing the madness. He's doing the madness all over the place. So far, he's put in way more work than a sweet commander that we've already seen. I mean, what's his name? We had Cracker, who was awesome. To be fair, I really like Cracker, and his fight with Luffy was good. Smoothie has done absolutely nothing. Then there's the other Cracker, the other commander. What's his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. The commander who Rouge took out. He's done jack and shit so far. We've not seen him do anything. So really, Oven's putting in a lot of work, more work than Smoothie and the other guy, and he's leading the Big Mom forces on Cacao Island right now. He took down Peckham's before he could assume full Sulong. He's going in, you know, the guy's putting in some major work, and he also actually used like a Materasu on Peckham's gun, you know. Now obviously that looks more along the lines of Oven utilizing his awakened devil fruit. So he's putting Smoothie to shame yet again. We've not even seen her really utilize her devil fruit on an enemy yet. She hasn't. I can't remember the last time. Has she even fought someone that we've defined as an enemy to the Big Mom Pirates yet? I don't think so. So she's done absolutely nothing, and Oven's putting in some major work. So Smoothie needs to do something before the end of this arc. Then once Peckham's goes down, due to Oven's kind of, I think it's called wave punch or wind punch, depending on which translation you read, Luffy jumps away from Peckham's and tries to escape. Raisin follows Luffy in midair and yanks, he unsheathes his sword, telling Luffy that going midair was a big mistake, making Luffy an easy target. And then, funnily enough, Sanji just proceeds to one-shot Raisin while he's in the air. So I was like, you just got done, bro. You just go home. Just go to sleep. Forget about it. It's not your day. So Sanji then tries to skywalk Luffy out of danger, but meets Yuen and other Big Mom Pirates who can also skywalk. Now, at first I was like, what the hell, they can all skywalk? This is kind of like sad times for Sanji, that's his thing. But then when you think about it for like half a second, you realize that this is understandable. Sanji didn't create the skywalk, it's just his adaptation of, well, it's not even his adaptation, he's literally just copied the marine technique. Was it Geppo? I think it was Geppo. It's something like that. But their marine technique where they can bounce through the air. And the Marines have utilized it for quite a while. So it's not a stretch, or it's not far-fetched to think that others can use it too. And Yuen was just like, yeah, bro, I can do it too. And there were a few others behind that could do it too. So I was like, yeah, whatever. Sanji and Luffy then get knocked to the ground by Yuen, with Luffy sound asleep now. And the amount of confidence that this shows Luffy has in Sanji is like, it's heartwarming and everything, but it's also a little bit concerning. You're just like, Luffy, man, wake up. You're still in Big Mom territory and you're about to get your asses whooped. Get your ass up. So then we have Sanji and Luffy on the ground. They're about to get shot, and then the Vinsmokes drop in, taking the shots for Sanji and Luffy. And with their cyborg bodies, they were completely unharmed. I mean, you can literally, I think the sound effects on Jaimini's box were ping, 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 ping. And so the bullets are literally just bouncing off of them. Well, actually not even Terminator style. They kind of went into its flesh. But they also had the Vinsmokes. They had their fleet attack the Big Mom fleet, causing like a huge explosion and disruption among the Big Mom Pirates. So this was an apt moment, I thought, for the Germa 66 to show up. Hopefully we get to see them at full speed, full power, full strength, possibly using techniques we've never seen before, like if they have a mecha or some shit. I think Rogers Base really likes this mecha idea, so if they've got a mecha, go for it. I just want to see them go all out. Really want to see them put in some work. Maybe Sanji will even aid them using some of the training he'd received when he was younger, and now that he's more powerful, he'd work in better tandem with his brothers and sister. So I really hope he does kind of help them out, or maybe he'll just be Niji or Ichiji will just say to him, "Bruh, get out of here with Luffy, and we'll handle it." So maybe they'll kind of do a last stand thing, but I doubt that. The German need to make it out of this alive, just to kind of add to Luffy's grand fleet. I think that would be awesome. The German looked awesome, and now we get to see them fight, so I'm really happy about that. The other thing is, though, just finishing off this review, this is the year of Sanji, and we've yet to see him do anything that really completely is worthy of that statement, that title, you know? So I hope in this final exchange, Sanji takes out someone really important to the Big Mom crew at the moment, like Oven, or even better, Smoothie, because Smoothie has that stature. I mean, Oven has he's put in the work, but Smoothie has the status. You know, she's a sweet commander. So I'm hoping Sanji takes out someone like Smoothie, but Smoothie would be an issue for someone like Sanji because of, you know, it's Sanji. So yeah. So then we have the other thing, which is all this chapter we see Sanji and everything like that, but where is Pudding? Pudding's not around, so she's got to be doing something crazy. I definitely think she's doing something crazy. So we'll see what happens in the next few chapters, but watch out for Pudding. She's defo gonna drop in, do some Sombra level hacking shit. She's gonna do some crazy shit. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this chapter. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm gonna release this on Twitter, gonna release it on YouTube and everything. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in a bit.